Yo, what is going on, gamers, and welcome to the channel. Hey, today I'm going to be showing off some Ghost Recon Breakpoint gameplay and talking about why I think this game is going to be, well, pretty freaking cool. Ubisoft is sponsoring this video and hooked me up with a beta key in order to play it, but I'm glad that I took the time to play it as someone who liked the previous title. If at any point in this video you think, dang, this looks fun, then feel free to check out the description for links where you can learn more about snagging a copy of the game. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's chat about this game. This game right off the bat, for me, had a real, like, Tom Clancy meets Far Cry feel to it. It took a short amount of time to crank through some intro missions and then end up having a giant map, right? Just filled with all sorts of different districts for you to explore, with points of interest scattered throughout the landscape. And I immediately got lost in the map and ended up foregoing my main objectives in favor of exploration and looting. The map is beautiful, and you can choose to go by foot and find anything and everything along the way, including crafting materials, even collecting fresh water from streams or lakes that you find to restore your stamina on the go. Or you could find some wheels and stick to the roads and paths and hit major checkpoints and settlements and outposts along the way. Or you could even take to the skies and take the whole map in from above, which was honestly a pretty freaking cool experience. Breakpoint has lots of customization options as well. You can choose a specialization skill, which allows you to change the way that you play uniquely. I went with this Panther skill, this base skill that allows you to get into combat and then essentially in the heat of things vanish in smoke in the middle of the fight and sort of see yourself out. That really fits how I like to play games like this. I play very aggro, play very in your face. I like shotties, SMGs, things like that. Even light machine guns, because I can shoot through a lot of different people up close and then not worry about reloading as often. You have a myriad of different perks other than those that branch out so that you can use skill points to unlock them. Things that add to stealth varieties to your gameplay, or explosive related perks, or precision, or CQC. I mean, there's lots of ways to ensure that you play the game differently than the next person. On top of that, you can spend a considerable amount of time tweaking your weapon loadout. You can select 2 main weapons and 1 sidearm, for example. I ended up falling into a groove using an LMG and a shotgun, or an SMG to go with it. That way I could get into heated combat up close and personal and mow through enemies at both mid-range and point blank. You can also customize your weapon attachments to fine-tune their performance to your liking. And this brings me to the looting aspect of the game. Attachments, weapons, armor, and general apparel can all be found from enemy drops or in lootable containers scattered throughout the world. And these items then end up leveling up your gear score, similar to like a Division style gear system where all of your gear has its own unique gear values, and those things play into your overall gear score, and that determines what kinds of enemies you can fight, how much damage you can do, and how much damage you're going to be receiving. Me and my buddy Cherby, we ended up just running circles around the map's various zones and dropping opponents and collecting loot along the way to tailor make our characters to our liking. But loot can also be found in other ways, like completing side missions given to you by NPCs in your hidden home base, or by finding intel out in the world that directs you to loot that can be found in a specific location. Depending on the intel you find, you may be inclined to abandon your current objective and go track down that sweet sniper rifle that you just found out about. Now, most things in this game don't hold your hand and tell you where to go here, do this. Instead, your objectives give clues to where you can find what you're looking for. Now, these clues, I mean, at least in the early game, I don't know about late game, but early game, they aren't too cryptic. They aren't so cryptic that they're annoying, but they do add an extra sense of independence and discovery to the game. Finally, it's worth noting that the co-op functions in this game seem pretty well flushed out. The co-op is easy to drop in and drop out at your leisure, and you can earn progress while you play it with your friends. I found it to be pretty fun having a friend exploring with me, and we ended up kitting ourselves quite differently too. So I put myself right in the thick of things while he perched up somewhere and sniped opponents that I drew out. At one point, I had to reload both of my weapons, and while I was committing to a considerable reload animation on my LMG, this guy with a rocket launcher walks right up beside me, and it was great just seeing a sniper round come flying in from far away and dome the guy before he has time to hit me with it. And these are the moments that make games like this really great. If you're looking for a fun looter and shooter that you can dive into this fall, you might consider checking out Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Whether you're a solo player or have a friend you want to shoot the breeze with, this game offers some great customization and looting while staying true to the Tom Clancy game core identifying features. The game will be available for purchase on October 4th, or you could pre-order Gold or Ultimate Edition to get 3 days of early access if you so choose. Thanks again to Ubisoft for sponsoring this video. Thanks for watching the video, and maybe I'll see you in the home base sometime when the game launches. Bye-bye.